My name is John McCall. I have been associated with the TRTA since 1985 when I did my first day of trail building. I've been on the board since 2001 and was actually the treasurer for 10 years or so. I'm a senior crew leader now, although I'm not doing much these days. I was segment coordinator of the Spooner to Kingsbury section for 10 or 15 years. This section was in pretty good shape. Not too many projects to do because it had been there a long time, but there were a number of minor improvements and reconstructions. It's also a beautiful segment. Good views of the lake almost the entire length, and when you get up at the bench, I think that may be the best views at the entire lake, although there's some people at the north end that would argue with that. There weren't a lot of projects, but there was one 3 or 4 years ago called GASP, which was the god-awful switchback project. The reason we had such a switchback was that in the early days of construction, there was a lot of privately owned property that we had to dodge around. And in this one spot, in order to avoid crossing it, we had to make a turn and come and go up a steep, rocky, ugly climb on a very tight switchback. And it was awful. Well, the Forest Service finally managed to purchase that property. And so we were able to go through and rebuild the trail. The interesting thing is, in the process of scoping out where the trail would go, we found retaining walls and work that had actually been done. The root trail had been put there and they had to tear it out. I think we spent about 3 days and got a much nicer, shorter, well-built trail that got rid of probably the worst section of this entire segment. I have hiked all over the world. This is the best trail I have ever walked on. The best built, the best designed, and the best maintained. It's a glorious place. I mean, the views, the environment, the people are all tremendous. It's been a large part of my life and something that I highly value.